Now, here's some of the stuff I start out with. These are made out of a burl. Here's a big piece of it. You see, I cut a chunk out of it to start these blocks. And then I get the metal, different metal, and machine it down into these. That's the door frame there. And then here's the door, which I machine all these little contacts. There's a spring inside this capsule. Here's what the capsule looks like. All the holes countersunk. And then here's the chip, which starts out as a regular piece of aluminum. Then I machine it all out, as you can see. And then here's one of the battery. This is the power rail that's up inside. It's just thick aluminum Delrin on the end here. It's all machined. And then here's the buttons that I machine. These are stainless steel. There's the little buttons. They're machined out of a smaller piece of stainless. Okay, now here's the mod here. You can see a clicky button. I'll get it close here. It's clicky. And that is a spring-loaded 510 connector, 22 millimeter. Then you got a spring-loaded bottom loader door here. It actually springs up, so if there's no batteries in it, it'll still pop out, as you can see. And then what you do is you want to keep your finger away from that latch so it has the ability to snap. Listen, they got big springs in them because I wanted them to make that snap noise. Oh yeah, and then on the inside you can see these are marked plus and minus. They use flat top batteries only. Don't go over a 65 millimeter length battery. That's most batteries. I mean, some are shorter, fine. You can use shorter ones. Yeah, a lot of them are in the 64 point range, like Sony's and whatnot. I had 65 in here, which I'll show you in a second. And then here are the battery vents. This is all the vent along here, and then there's two other holes up here. I designed the door to actually not look like there was a vent, but there is actually a lot of vents in here. The 510, now I do sink these down, but it occurred to me that if these are 22 millimeters, it occurred to me that if somebody's going to use something bigger, then it would scratch the wood. So what I did is I countersunk it, then, I don't know if you can see this, it's probably hard to see. If you screw down to something bigger than a 22, it will ride just above the wood, so you don't have to worry about scratching it. And it will take a 25 millimeter atomizer without hangover. There's no polyurethane on these or lacquer or anything. They're just buffed. I buff them several stages, and then use a paste wax, which they're already shiny. This is just a added layer of protection, I guess. If you're going to keep it in your hands, obviously you'd want something. This is what I use. It's like $6 a can. It'll probably last you forever. It's for wood, metal, and leather, and plastics. So it covers all that. And when you put it on, you just wipe it on. You can get it on the metal, of course, and then just let it set for about an hour with all the volatiles. It's just easier. I mean, you can try to wipe it off quicker, but it'll smear, and just wait for about an hour. Just let it sit there. And then wipe it off. It'll be really hard. Like it gets super hard, and then you just have to use like a really soft cotton cloth or something. Anyway, and then here is the car mount, which I don't know if you saw my other mod, but I've been using these. I made these, and these are no different. I actually incorporated it into these too. So you get one of these, and what this is, if you never saw it before, you pull off the liners, and then you would stick it in your car, or whatever. The tape on there is like good up to 80 pounds of pressure per square inch, so the mod won't go anywhere. And then when you get in, what you do is, instead of sticking it in a cup holder, because these, you don't want to get these scratched up, you just set it on top of the pin, and you know, when you want to vape on it, you just pull it off these pins. Just put it on like that, pull it off. So it's just like a handy thing that I basically only use. I've never seen anybody else use them. I think I invented them. You put the batteries in. There's a couple of LG HE2s. These are exactly 65 millimeters long. So you flat tops, that's what you got to use in these. And again, you just pop this open, and what you do here is, get my other hand here so you can see. You put it in. That's the positive. The positive touches the positive, so it'd go in first towards that way. And you can't put them both in the same time because there's not enough room. Load them one at a time, and then the negative touches the negative, and then you just latch it. Push it down like that. You see, there you go. Here, turn it off. System off. And then when you take the batteries out, just pop it, and bang, bang, they're out. Simple as that. These are all serial numbered too. They're on the back of the doors, which I'm not going to show. It's right here. I pounded them in the metal. It's on the back side, right back here. Top.